Hi, this is a TicTacToe tutorial created in Eclipse. So let me show you guys how it works. See that, guys? There. Okay, just like any other TicTacToe. You can also reset and exit. So what I would do now is take you guys straight into Eclipse and we put one of these together. So let's do that now, guys. So let's go straight into Eclipse. And welcome to my Eclipse TicTacToe tutorial. I'm going to start by clicking on OK. And let's wait for our Eclipse to get set up. Now that my Eclipse interface is ready, I'm going to go to File here, select New, Java Project, and let's give that a name. I'm going to call it TicTacToe. Copy that, maybe underscore 1. And let's copy that. Let's click on next. That will only show the src file, and let's might as well just click on finish. And there we go, right here somewhere there. So let's open it. There we go, that is it. So now right click on my TicTacToe one, come to new, come right down here, select order. Now what we want is this window builder. Drop it down. Let's select swing design, and I'm going to select application window and click on next. Let's give that a name, TicTacToe, and let's add next there and click on finish. There. Now that is ready, we have the design here. Click on the design, and that will boot up the frame. Okay, now that the frame is ready, make sure that is selected. You can come straight to the code, and let's increase the size of this frame right here. So let's come straight to the code. We can always get that done here, right here. So I'm going to change that to 1200 by 600. Right here, 600. Yeah, I think that would do. Alright, then let's click on design to see what we've done so far. You can see the size is now big enough for us. I'm going to have to minimize this so that I can get enough room. Then the next thing I want to do is right in here, just here, let's select border layer. Or we can always right click on this and just select the border layer right there. That is it, the border layout, and that is it. We now have a border layer on it. Or all you just need to do is select the border layer, make sure it's white in there, and come in here and just paste there. Okay, the next thing we want to do now that the border layer is selected is to add JPanel. Click on your JPanel and come right here. Don't dump it up here, dump it right in the center, and that will fill it all up. Okay, it's right there. Now that the JPanel is selected, we need to make one or two adjustments to this JPanel. Come to the border and border type, drop it down, select bevel border. Let's make sure it is lower. That's fine. The next thing, let's go back in there to the border. Let's drop this down. Let's select line border and change that to 2. Click on OK. There, and you will see the dark line around it. The next thing I would like to do to this panel is I would like to add grid layout. So we can always come in here and just select grid layout. There, we have grid layout there. Now that the grid layer is selected, we can drop that down and just change the size of the column. Okay, you must select grid layers before you can see that. If you don't select grid layer, look, if I go for border, nothing is there. Okay, but if I change it to the grid layer that I wanted, there, so I can always change that column. That will be 5 columns, and horizontal gap, I'm going to make that 2. Rows, I'm going to make that 3. Vertical gap, I'm going to make that 2. So what we have in here is 5 multiplied by this, that will give us 15, and that is 5 for me there. So that's all I wanted. Now that that is ready, to divide my panel into the griddle that we can see, so let's use the label to do that. Select label and dump it here. That's label 1. Click again. 2. Okay, let's minimize this so that you can see what's happening. Now let's click another label. We have 3. So that's it. We have 3 labels and I have 12 more to go. Select another label. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 labels there, 7 more to go. I can just show you guys how it looks like if we run it. Those are the labels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we have 7. Now let's come back in here. Select, paste, 8. Okay, you must make sure the selector is white before you can paste it in. And how many do I have there? I think I may have about 11. Let's check. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I need 4 more. So the top should be 5, 5, and 5. Click, paste. No, it's not ready yet. Okay, we have 5 there. Okay, another 5 here. So we have, I think there's 3 here. Let's see first. Let's run it and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We need 1 more, just 1 more. Click in here and paste that one. There, that's it, 15. Okay, we have 15 labels. So these 15 labels, let me convert it all now to frame, to panels here. Let's come here. Where's the panel? We have the panel somewhere up here. Select the panel, paste. There, 1 panel is there, and I can delete 1 label. Come right here, select another panel, delete another label. That's 2. Select another panel, paste the panel in there, and delete another label. We have 3. delete that. That's 4. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. We have 15 panels in place. So if I run it, this is how it will look like, but you won't be able to see those panels. So let's select it all of the panels, and I'll just change the border. Okay, those panels are now selected, so let's right click and change the layer to absolute layer. No, let's change it to border layout. Okay, now in here, let's see here. Okay, all of those are selected. Let's change the border. I'm going to give it line border and make that 2, and it will be black. There we go, guys. So if I run it now, you should be able to see the border. There we go. Those are my borders. Okay. Alright, the next thing is let's add some component on board. So I will then just minimize this. The first thing I want to add is buttons. So let's come in here, select buttons. Here we go, and paste one right here. Make sure it's dead center. That's it. And delete the text content in there. And now select button again, add it in here, delete the content. So that's button 2. Another button here. We have 3, and here delete that. We have 4. We have 5, button 5. 6, delete that. 7, delete. Button 8 here, and we have finally button 9 there. Okay, that's good. We have 9 buttons. And just these 2, all I just need is 2 buttons for one here. This very one, I'll call that reset, and the other one there right here, that will be exit, button exit there. And these 2, that's 4 here anyway, that will be labels. Now here are the labels. One here, so that label will be called player X. Copy that, and the next one here, that will be player O. here, this one will be just label. I have one label there, another label right here. Let's do that again. There. Okay. Now the next thing is to increase the font size. So let's select all. Let's collapse this and expand this. Now let's see, come in here, let's increase that player X, change that to bold and make it, let's go for maybe 48. Let's see, alright, 48, that's fine. And this other one, that will be, let's change the name of that one to LBL player X count. Let's see, LBL count X, yeah, LBL count S, that's fine. And we change that to 48 as well. Or is it 49 here? Okay, the next one here, make that 48. And we need to make it bold. Yeah. And this one, this one should be 48, not 49. Yeah. And this will become LBL count O. Right. That's fine. Increase the size of this as well. Bold. That's 58 bold. And this is 58 bold as well. There. All done. Okay, for the buttons, let's increase or change the font size of all of the buttons. Let's see if let's make that, because we only need one item there, so let's make that 96. Let's go for 96 bold, really. There. Done for all of the buttons. So if I select one of them, so and just enter something there just to check how it is. Yeah, that's it. That's 96. I think that might be a little bit too small, but that's alright for now. Okay, get rid of that. Alright, so that the interface is ready for, we can now start with the coding. Okay, that's fine. But then let's come in here, these labels, change that to 0, 0, and we should make that bold, really. Yeah, and we also need to get it centered. Horizontal alignment, let's center it. Right, that's fine. Repeat the same thing for the other one. 0 horizontal alignment here, that should be centered. Okay, and bold. Alright, so it's now just, let's give these buttons a name. So this one is BTN 7, so let's call this one BTN 8, and this one is BTN 9. Okay, the rest is BTN 1, that's BTN 1, BTN 2, 3, 4, you can see that 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the reset button, let's call that BTN reset, BTN exit. Okay, and they all have a name now. Oh, this should be player. Oh, let's change this one. Come in here. Okay, there. Let's player over there. Okay, let's start with the coding. I will start with this first. Double click on the reset. Okay, right here. So first enter here, and I will start with BTN 1 dot set text a dot no value there. So that's for the first one. So if I copy, I can just repeat the same thing. Okay, this is button 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and one more, 9. Let's make that 9. Okay, I may have to change the color, but let's come in here and see. Let's say BTN 1 dot set back color. There we go, this very one. So let's go for color. I think it's in uppercase. Color dot light gray. We need a light gray. There we go. Maybe this or this. Color the light gray there. So I'm going to repeat the same thing. I think that's the original color. Alright, so what I'll do now is, let's come back to the design. I'll just enter whatever character in here and see if the reset will work. Come in here and just enter X in there, and let's run it and see. And reset there. Oh, I don't want this very color. I want this very color. Let's see what that color is. So the reset works, but we need to know the back color. Okay, let's forget about color and take care of this exit. So for the exit right here, so I'm going to enter as follows. Let's go for frame equals new JFrame. Okay. And let's just enter exit there. Okay, there. So the next thing is, fix that right. here. Get rid of this. Okay, now let's enter an if statement. If J option plain dot, let's use show confirm dialog. In this case, we want you to be the first argument to be frame, this very one, and we can enter confirm if you want to exit. Alright, close that and comma. Then let's give it another one. We just call it, that will be the title. Cancel this. The title, that will be TicTacToe. There, let's have a comma here and press enter, and let's go for J option plain dot, let's say dot, yes no option. Okay, and right here we say equals J option dot yes no option. Okay, and then let's say system dot exit equals 0. Right there. Okay, I think that should do it. So if I run it, let's just run this thing and see. So compile and run and give the exit a try. There we go, it works. No and exit, so that is my exit. Okay, but make sure you have a method for this frame, and I think it's right up here. There we go, that's the method. Right. Okay, right underneath this private frame, let me create some method there. Private string, this is start game equals x. There, and let's enter another private string, no, integer now. Let's say private integer. I'm going to call that x counter or x count. Make that value 0, and O counter, let's go for another one. That will be O counter, and the value of O counter is 0 as well. So I have 3 methods that I'll be using there. Alright, okay, right underneath the initialize here, let's create this call. I'm going to call that private void. Let's move it up so that you can see it. Private void game score. Alright, with my private call, so let's go for, I think those labels are called LBL here. let's see the name, LBL count X and count O. Okay, let's copy that and go back here. In here, LBL count X dot set text so string dot value of, so that value is going to be S count that I have on there, S count, right. Yes, that's the name. Yes, that's the name is correct. Yeah. And the other one is LBL count O dot, let's see, okay, we're gonna have to create local, so double click on that and just ask it to create it. I'll repeat the same thing for this. Right, so if we go up there they are. Okay, so those ones are taken care of. But we also need to call these here. Let's come in here and let's paste it underneath here. There. Right. So under the initialize is there. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Well, the next method we need to create is, let's create another method. I'm gonna copy that, come right underneath here. Enter another method. This method will be called, let's call this method winnings, or let's say choose player. That's the name of that method. Choose player, and in here, this very one we go for if start game dot equals ignore case, and that is supposed to be X, and let's enter curly braces there, so that will be start game equals 0, else start game equals X. Copy that and write in here, else start game equals X. Put an X there. Alright, that's my second method. From here down here, that's the second one. We have the first. That's a method there as well. Okay. Alright. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Now that we have this taken care of, we can now give that of the button a try. Let's come into the design there, and let's start with button BTN1, this very one. Double click on that, and right here That's btn1. So I'm going to enter as follows. Let's say btn1 dot set text, and the text I want you to set will be start game. This very one that was declared up there. And the next thing is, let's use an if statement. If start game dot ignore case, and the case we want you to ignore, that would be x. And then we want this to change color. Let's say btn1 dot set for color, that's foreground, this very one. Okay, let's say color dot red or something. Let's look for a color for it. Yeah, that's a red color there. Right. Else we want to change that color. Okay, I'm going to copy that. Else the color will become blue. Let's say dot blue. Okay, now let's call the method up there. I think it's called choose player. Right. Okay, so I'm going to copy that, but first of all let's run it first and see what's going to happen to this button one. Alright, I'm going to get rid of this one here. Let's get rid of it there. It's now going to run there, so let's run it again. We'll call it somewhere else. Alright, that's it. Button 1 is working, so I'm just going to now copy those lines of codes. Let's copy all of those and paste it on the other buttons. So let's come into button 2, right in here, paste and change that to 2. Button 3, btn3, and repeat the same thing for btn4. Yes, you guys can see it. That's 4. Go down for 5. Okay, now I guess you get the whole idea, so I'm just gonna speed it up. Okay, we have all the codes in place now, so let's run it and see. Yeah, that is fine. Good. So all we need to now do is to be able to determine who is winning. Reset works as well. That's good, guys. We're getting somewhere. Reset and exit. Yeah, so all of those works. Right, the other thing that is left for us to do now is we're going to need 2 more methods here. We create 2 more methods here. Where is it? Right here. I'm going to create all my methods here. Maybe just come in here enter methods. Right, that is the first one. The second one, we're gonna create one more here. So the second one, the third one I meant, let's call it, I'm gonna call it winning game. Copy that and just paste it there, and we call that winning game. Okay, let's declare as follows: string b1 equals btn 1 dot get text. There, that's my very first one. Now cannot be resolved. Okay, let's come in here and just say create field. Yeah, let's see. Alright, that's fine. Let's see if it's updated. Yeah, it is updated. Right. So I'm gonna have to create more for the other ones. Else I'm gonna put error. Let's script for 2 and 3. Let's say 2 and 3. Okay, let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. So this is going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so let's go back in here so that we don't have any of those errors anymore. So I'm going to copy that. So I need 9 of those as well. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we change these variables to 9, B8, B7, B6, B5, B4, B3, and B2 here. Okay, now we have all our variables in place. So let's compare these variables. So to do that, I'm going to use if statement. We'll come down here. If b1 equals x. Okay, then that's for b1. And I'll say and let's say b2. Just gonna copy this. b2 equals that, and b3 equals that as well. So this is what we want the system to do. Let's get the message box option. J option plain dot show message dialog, and we want that to be this comma player X wins. So that's my message, and let's close that, comma, let's enter TicTacToe. That's for the title, and here we can just ask it to display display dot information. Do we have information here? Yeah, there we go. All right, and why do we have this? Okay, I think this is not meant to be that. Let's change this to frame. Okay, that's fine. Then the next thing we want to do now is the x count, let's say plus there, and we also need to get the game score. Let's call those ones. That's the game score there. Now the next winning combination is going to be 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to copy that and paste that right underneath here. Change this combination to 4. Then we have 5 and 6. Then we also have 7, 8, 9 for x. So that will be 7, 8, 9 as B7, B8, and B9. Okay, I presume you get the whole idea. Then the other winning combination, that's going to be 1, 4, 7. We have 1, 4, 7. Yeah. Followed by this other winning combination, that will be 2, 5, 8. Button 2, 5, 8. Okay. Then 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9. Then those are supposed to be the vertical winning combination, the horizontal winning combination of the. Then we now have the diagonal winning combination, which is going to be 1, 1, 5, 1, 5, and 9. Yeah, 1, 5, 9. Then we will also have another winning combination of 3, 5, and 7. 3, 5, and 7. That is for, yeah, that's 7. 3, 5, and 7. Yeah, I'm right. Okay, we'll then do the same thing for the O. This is for the X. We need to do the same thing for the O. So I'm just going to copy all of these and speed it all up. Okay, right underneath here, I'm going to paste the, let's paste the player O winning combination. Alright, so paste that in there. There. Those are the winning combination for player O. All we just did was specify O there and change the counter to O. Alright, so what I then need to do is to call this winning. Let's see, what is it? That's it. Call it within the buttons. So let's go to the design. Okay, there we go. Now double click on each button and right down here enter the winning method there. Copy that. Then I'm going to repeat the same thing for the next one. This is button 2. I think this is button 3. This is button number 4, and this looks like 5, 6, 7, 8, and right there. So all of that is done now. Save. Now let me run it and see how it's gonna look like. Okay, we have a winner there, but we need the message box. Let's see what have we. Okay, yes. All right, exit. All right, since the result is not showing, I think what I'm gonna do is, you see these labels, I'm gonna get rid of them. Let's come in here, this very one here. I'm gonna get rid of that very label that is right up here. Yeah, let's right click and delete that from number 5. Then let's place a text field there. Just paste it right in there. Yeah, that's fine. And in there I'm just gonna enter, I'm gonna enter 0 there and change, let's change the font to 36. Right, make that bold, then get it centered. I think maybe 48. Let's see, 48. That looks like the ideal one. Let's make it center here. Yep. Right, 48. I will repeat the same thing for this very one. But before then, let me change the name. The name is going to be TXT or counts X. Alright. So repeat exactly the same thing for this very label, this one here. So delete that, it's in underneath panel 10, right click and delete there, and get a tells feed on board, paste it there. Okay, make that 48, bold, font is 48, and let's get it centered. Right, and change the text field to TXT counter or count. Oh, right, but we don't seem to have anything in there. Let's enter our text in there. Enter 0 there. Okay, that's fine. Now I will now go inside the codes. So let's carry out some changes here. That is it. We have that there. We don't have these anymore, so I'm just gonna delete these ones. They are not there no more. These are the labels, so let's get rid of them. Delete and delete. These are the label. Okay, and let's go into I think it's called game score. Okay, let's go into the game score. Cannot be found here. We need to get rid of it inside the game score somewhere. Yeah, there we go. So this one will become TXT. That's taken care of. Another TXT here. There, that's all there is to it. So let's run it and see. Let's try this. Here we have another winner here. That's +1. That's fine. And let's try this. Yeah, that's 2. I suppose you guys see that. See, that's how it works. So with that, I'm gonna call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you all enjoy it. So you all have a nice day now. Bye for now.